Hello everyone, this is Bhavana. In today's video, I will discuss and talk about one application which is I give the name as Shopcart. So basically this is a complete full stack web application and I use the technologies like for front end, I use React.js and for backend I use ASP.NET Web APIs and this is what controllers and this is what business layer and models. I will discuss it in later. And for database connectivity, I use MS SQL Server and this is the front page of my application. So this is what for the e-commerce website. So basically we can add multiple categories products like e-commerce. We can add a fashion products, alright. So whatever product you want, you can add in this. That will appear on your home page. You can see here. And along with that we also have filters. Let's say if you want to filter any name of the product or sort by the price, for example, if we type CA, so it will automatically filter those product. So the moment you remove, so it automatically refresh your list. And along with that, that will also have price filters. So if you see that it automatically takes the minimum price and the maximum price based on the response it is taking from the API. If you see this is what a name and sort by price. If you see, this is what a least price of the product and this is what a maximum price. The list is alphabetically sorted. So these are the filters I have applied. Along with that, let me also have some basic pages. If you see the static one, so if you say about us and the contact us, all right. Now if I again go back to the home page and let's quickly see the login functionalities. But before that, let's also try to register one user. So if I check one register, so from here we can also add a user. So now I open the backend. So as of now we have 3 users. Okay, now we had new user name like Sonia. Okay, now sign up successful. Please check your email, verify your account. Okay, now we check the database. Okay, new user will be added at my database. Okay, now go back to the login. Before that, first I will show you the admin part, like what are the roles and responsibilities of the admin. Okay, login successful and this is admin dashboard. So here the product master, nothing but you can maintain your stocks. So here add product, go to the add product. Now I had a product with product name like XYZ and description XXX. I choose one dummy image, ICCA logo. For the price, I choose 500. Category 2. Okay, submit. Product submitted successfully. Okay, it comes on the home page. We can see here XYZ 500 ICCA logo. So this is how we had the product. We can edit the product also. Suppose bottom pieces, save changes, product updated successfully. If we check, it is also changes here. And this is what order list. This page will show all the orders placed by the end users. Suppose if new users added to the skincare address, Humpy, order will be placed. We check Bhavana and product is skincare shows like this. This is all about admin page and this is what an user feedback and this is what an overview of the products feedbacks, active products, inactive products like this, and this is what an dark mode and light mode. This is all about admin dashboard. Okay, now we can log in with the normal user. Login successful. I click the profile. Okay, This all our data comes on the backend only. This is what their order history, and this is the cart they are saved. Remove. And for normal users, they have rented class for wedding, explore collections like these gowns, etc. This is what, suppose if we add shoes, we can add the cart in the profile. It will gather here. If I buy this top, click on the buy now, and related products that will shows, and we can check the reviews of that product, and we have to write reviews also. And here buy now, enter the address like Odalkere, confirm the order. In my profile I have to check, okay, the status will be processing. Estimate delivery date is also provided. If we want to cancel the order, it asks one more times, are you sure you want to cancel this order? If we click OK, order cancelled successfully. Okay, in my profile only have 2 orders at least. Yeah, same like we can edit our profile, change password and logout functionality. If we buy X and related products, that will be shows. There is no reviews of this X, so if I write 4 reviews, 3 reviews and super, we have to submit the review submitted successfully. The profile will be shown, and we have to give 3 star of this, and what we write a super comment that will shows in this page. And if we want to share the product, we have to share this to so many social media platforms like WhatsApp, Facebook, like this. Okay, if we want to view this, okay, if we want to view bottom pieces like this, this is all about normal users profile. If we log out functionality, that will log out from their profile. And one more thing, I have integrated AI in this website. This is what AI tool. If I have a question, let's check what they have replied. See here, they shows this message, and if we reach out, we have to give name, email, phone, and subject and message. At gmail.com. Subject product. Talk about product. Submit this. Your ticket has been submitted. Thank you. They showed this pop-up message like this. This is how I integrated AI with my website. In this, when I click shop now, it shows the product list, and in my home page, stay updated. For any newly updated products, you can type your Gmail and subscribe. It shows some pop-up message like this. If any newly updated product in your email account, it will be updated. And this what as an recommended section, recommended product like this. If we want to click here, it shows us contact us. This is what an about has a page. This is common for both admin and normal users. And this is what in products, all the products, and this is what in contact homepage. Along with that, there are 3 types of users in my website. First one is autonomous user, a guest or unregistered user who can browse a product but cannot access restricted features like buying a products like this. Please, it shows a pop-up message like please log in to place the order, or adding the item to the cart, or making purchases. Second one is admin, a user with full control over the website, including managing products, users, and orders. Register users like a logged in customers who can add items to the cart, make purchases, and track orders. Like this, 3 types of users in my website. This all data is come from backend only. Okay, now come to the code. React.js. What is React.js? Before explain my project, we have to know what is React. React is a JavaScript library for building user interface. That is a library for building a user interface. User interface is a part of an application that user interact with, like button, forms, images, etc. React allows developers to build reusable UI component like example buttons or navigation bar or product code, etc. instead of refreshing a whole page. When I click electronics without refreshing a page, React updates only the necessary part when the data changes, making the UI faster. But we can check any other applications like Flipkart or Amazon. Here, when I navigate to the other link, it again reload the whole page. And I see here, this is how React will helps us. We use React for so many reasons. For component based, build a reusable component like buttons, products, cards, etc. And uses a virtual DOM to update only changed part of the UI. No need to reload the entire page for small changes. When we navigate the another link, no need to reload the entire page. And usability purpose we use. Then what are the requirements we have to write the code in React is HTML, CSS and JavaScript. JavaScript is important for React. Now we have to come to the project structure. Inside the source folder only we have to write the code. App.js. This line is very important to our React project. To access this route with main.js by using document.getElement by ID. Inside that we have to call the app function. This is what app component. Here we can see the app function. Inside the app function we have to write so many components. This is all rendered over here. This is how the execution of React. We have to know the execution of React. Now I explain the main components of my project. We have to know the context provider. Art context is responsible for managing authentication like login, logout user roles. This line creates a global authentication context to manage a user authentication state. It stores the user details like user ID, name, role, email and phone number like etc. Each token expire. Before knowing to this, we have to know about what is token, right? Token is a digital key or any pass that allows a user to stay logged in without needing to enter their credentials repeatedly. For example, in my website, when user log in with their mobile number and password on the website, backend verifies their credentials like phone number and password. They are valid. Like if they are valid, the backend generates a JWT token and sends it to the front end. This token is then stored in the local storage and used for the further authentication. For example, if I log in with the register user, if we want to remove this, and again we have to URL. Here see there is no exit of that user. In my code, we have to store in these tokens are stored in the local storage. This function check if the JWT token is expired. If the token is expired, the user is logged out. And this is what an logout function clears all the user data and removes tokens and user details from the local storage. This allows all the component to access authentication data without prompt drilling. When we have to go routings inside the protected route. Before going to this, in my project is used to restrict access to certain parts of my e-commerce website, ensuring that only authenticated users, logged users can view specific pages. If a user is not logged in, they are redirected to the login page. This is how protected routes work in my e-commerce website. Let's break down the points. Use context. This is a component from the React router DOM that helps to redirect the users. And art context. Art context, your authentication context, which stores the user login status. If the user is true, valid user, then it gives the permission to access the specific page. Otherwise, it will navigate to the login page. We have to see how it works on my e-commerce website. We can use protected route to restrict access to certain pages such as admin page, user profile or order history. Here only authenticated user can buy the product or everything. A non-authenticated user cannot buy the products. It's redirect to the login page. Click the buy button. It shows the pop-up message. file. This is how the protected routes are working. Okay, let's come to the Swagger. I use Swagger. Swagger is an open source framework that helps developers design, build, and document and RESTful APIs. It provides an interactive user interface where user can explore API endpoints, send request, and see response without manually using the tool like Postman. Instead of Postman, we use Swagger. In my Swagger UI provides a structured list of API endpoints grouped by models like cart, category, reviews, etc. In my cart API, these fetch the cart details from a specific user. Here we have to add items to the cart. That's why we have to use post API. This is what I add the items to the cart. This is what I remove the items from the cart. This is what I cart API. Like this category APIs like fetch available products categories. This is what I category API. Like this login API, order, product reviews. These all are the API endpoints. The motto of why I am using this Swagger means to document and test my e-commerce API efficiently. It makes API integration between front-end and back-end smoother and provides a structured overview of all available endpoints. Okay, let's now open the Visual Studio. This is a three-layer architecture like business layer, control layer, and data layer. Business layer contains the business logic of my application. It processes the data before sending it to the controllers. For example, BL login might have logic to the validate user login credential like password and name. It checks the validate user or not. For the authenticated user, we have to generate a JWT token here and we have to give the time for 60 seconds like this. Business logic work. Come to the controllers folders. Controllers manages the API endpoints and handles HTTP requests like get, post, and put and delete. Example, login controller handles the API request HTTP post like this. This motto is manage the API endpoints and handles HTTP request like get, post, put, or delete. Then come to the data layer. This is data layer folder. Database interactions like CRUD operations. In this class, it manages the SQL connection and queries. These all are classes. What we call it files like these all are classes. And come to the model. We also call an entities. This is a model folder and these all are the classes. The purpose of this model is represent database table or data object. See here. Database table. Represent the database table. For example, BO cart defines the structure of the cart items like ID, user ID, and product ID. The final theme of these how it works like user calls the API endpoint like post for login, then controls handles the request like login control handle the request, then controller call the business layer like BL logic and BL login, and BL login business layer calls the data layer. Then data layer interacts with the database like SQL server. Then the response is sent back to the user 200 OK or 401 unauthorized. This is how ASP.NET Web API works. Okay, now come to the database. This is what my database name, and there are 7 tables in my database. It stores the feedback submitted by customers about products on my website. And the cart table, same like cart table stores the users have added to their shopping cart before purchasing. And the category table stores product categories like electronics, fashion, home and furniture like this. Product table, in my product table stores details about product available for purchases like product ID, product description like this. Then my same like review table stores customer reviews for that product, review ID, user ID like that. Then my user table stores register user information like user ID, name, username, user ID like this. Suppose in my user table there are 4 users, right? If I want to delete Soumya, like we have to check the cart table. See, in this user ID is 7 as 2 cart, right? Now we have to delete that user. Okay. It also in my cart table also these 2 are deleted, right? Yes, this is what my e-commerce database. Okay, thank you.